Usability Engineering. My topic is from the unit number 4, that is usability testing. In the usability testing, we are going to test the given system. It can be a software or any other system also. While testing a system, we need the experimenter who is going to conduct the test, and the user, who is going to face that test. So there are two key persons in this one. The one experimenter and the second one as the user. Experimenter is the one who is responsible for setting the test for the given software. In this case, his role is to conduct the test as well as to analyze after the test. He may going to decide that how many tests is going to require for the given application. On the board, you can see one of the common form. This is going to be the first form on any of the software. And remember that there can be a multiple forms or the multiple tabs present on a given software. Suppose I am dealing with the first form. You can see that on the first form I am taking the information, the registration information from the user. I am taking its name, I am taking his age, address, email ID, phone number. Now purposefully I am telling you the different 5 factors because one is the string, one is the integer, one is the float, and the another one, which the address can be a combination, is going to be a combination of the integer as well as the string. And the another one is nothing but the email address, which is a combination of the numbers, characters, and some of the special characters. But in that also we need a validation. So in each of every field we need a validation, and that's why it should be get tested by the user, and that's why we organize the test for any of the application. So I have just explained you one of the registration form. So there can be a multiple tabs which perform the multiple tasks, and those all complete tasks are going to be tested by the user. In this usability testing, there are 4 stages which are going to be carried out. The first one as the preparation, second one as the introduction, the third one as the test itself, and the next one as the last one as the declaring. We'll start with the preparation. Here the main role is of the experimenter. Here the experimenter is going to do the setup for the user. A healthy setup for the user. There the user is going to conduct the test of the given application. The experimenter should provide the laboratory, a lab, a dedicated lab for the user, where that user should not get interrupted by anyone. As I said, there can be the possibility that there are multiple users for the given software. So you can keep the one user in one of the room. You can set up such parallel rooms for your testing. Before the user approaches for the actual testing, you should make sure that your system is on. The system which you want, the software which you want to test should be open on the system itself. The mouse is properly working, the keyboard is in a proper position, and whatever the questionnaire is there for that particular user is going to be present. The steps which he is going to follow, that should be present for the user, and now the user will follow the steps and will verify whether they are working properly or not. We need a questionnaire here because if the user gets stuck somewhere, then he can answer those questions, and that is going to be helpful for us to find out the final output from the given system. So the role of the experimenter is going to be there in a preparation. Then comes the introduction. In the introduction, now the experimenter first now welcome the user. So you can imagine now here the user comes in the picture. Now actually the user is going to test your system. Remember that I want to test my system and not I am going to test the user. So I should not demotivate the user for asking him the question which are not related to the software. They are strictly related to the software and not related to the ability of that user. That is the one rule to be followed by the experimenter. Remember the only key rule, and that is I want the user to test the system, and I am not the experimenter who is going to test the user. You should make sure that the user should keep the information in a confident manner. That's why in the introduction itself you should tell the user that you are going to test the existing, which is designed by the next one, or giving the design is also not a compulsion. You can only simply say that the motto behind designing the system, and then finally you can ask the user to do the design. We can always do the video recording and audio recording or the audio recording, whatever is suggested for the given application. But before doing the video recording, I should make sure that the setup which is there in that particular lab is such that I am not showing the face of the user. Only the movement of the mouse, keyboard and the screen is visible in that particular camera. The other information like the user identity should not get disclosed, because this is going to happen that in a small organization I may going to call one member who was the part of the person who has developed that particular application. He belongs to the team who has developed that application. So that's why it is very necessary for us to hide his identity. In a questionnaire, while taking the sign on the questionnaire, so it's not mandatory for us to take the sign. There also we have to hide the identity of the user. Again, in the introduction itself, we have to tell the user that please keep this all information with you only. He is not going to disclose the failure, the success of that particular software outside the lab. That is only should be discussed only with the experimenter. Then comes the second test as the test itself. Here, this is one of the tests where now probably the experimenter is going to test. In this test, all the tests are going to be ticked by the user. But this may going to happen that if the user gets stuck at any of the point, then the experimenter may feel that we should help him. Even if these steps are given that to be followed, it may going to happen that the user gets stuck on one of the tab and he is not finding the way out of coming up that tab. Then what to do? Nothing. Experimenter has to only note the point where the user has stuck. He can simply note down the point that at this particular tab, the particular user gets stuck. Again, the user can also note for the same one. The experimenter is only there for helping, for answering the questions which are asked by the user, but that not going to give the clue to the user for they are going through the system. That can be related to some of the issue, but they are not going to solve that issue completely. But whatever answer given to the user should get noted somewhere, so that care should be taken while refining that particular form. Then comes the next one, and it is called as the deflipping. Here, now the experimenter and user is now one-to-one in a position. Now in this case, now the user has done with the test. Even if he has not completed his test, that's okay. But now here is the point where now the experimenter will go through the questionnaire which he has prepared for the user. We will start asking the questions. Obviously, the question should be made in a way that the problem which he has faced should come out. They should not be only yes and no, because in the answer of yes and no, sometimes the actual problem is not going to come out. Obviously, you can reframe the question in a manner that even if the answers are no, you can come out with the actual problem which the user has faced. So, here I have explained you the stages which are going to be carried out in a usability testing. Remember that while performing the test, we have to find out how many users are going to require. But while finding the users, we have to again take care of one thing. I should not target only one group of users. I should target the different group of users. I may go on finding out the user of the different ages. Likewise, we have to first find out who is going to be the target people for which the system is designed, and then only then I can find out which will be the user. Thank you.